damaged by rainstorms across the state. The Ekiti State Governor, Mr. Biodun Oyebanji, says that he will continue to prioritize functional education, healthcare, and skills acquisition under his human capital development plans. He made the statement in Ado-Ekiti at the launch of the State Human Capital Development Strategic Plan document organized in collaboration with the National Human Capital Development Office in Abuja. BSS reporter Adedayo Adeleye has the details.
On Monday, 12th June 2023, Governor Biodun Oyebanji began the process for the recruitment of 1,000 teachers to strengthen the education sector. Non-academic.
We sincerely apologize for that mix-up. We'll bring you that report in the course of the bulletin. The Ekiti State House of Assembly has screened and confirmed the appointment of Justice Lekan Ogunmoye as the substantive Chief Judge of the state. The confirmation came at the plenary presided over by the Speaker, Mr. Adioye Aribasoye, at the Assembly Complex in Ado-Ekiti. BSS reporter Bukola Adebukola completes the story.
Justice Ogunmoye was accompanied to the Assembly by the State Commissioner for Justice, Mr. Dayo Akpata, and judiciary workers. The Speaker read the letter from Governor Biodun Oyebanji requesting for the screening and confirmation of Acting Chief Judge Ogunmoye as Chief Judge.
The same person whose name has been forwarded to us to be screened and also confirmed as the substantive CJ of the state.
The House drilled the nominee, while the majority leader, Mr. Tolu Ige, and minority leader, Mr. Oladele Ogunshakin, extolled the virtues of Justice Ogunmoye.
Justice delayed is justice denied. But with men like Honorable Justice Ogunmoye, justice is neither delayed nor denied. It is delivered with grace, strength, and integrity.
The Chairman House Committee on Judiciary and Legal Matter, Mr. Babatunde Oke, read the report of their findings to the lawmakers, which the House discussed and adopted at the Committee of the Whole House.
I recommend that the appointment of Justice Lekan Ogunmoye, Acting Chief Judge of the State, be confirmed as the substantive Chief Judge of the State.
At the end of the extensive deliberation and vote by the lawmakers, the Speaker pronounced his confirmation as the Chief Judge designate.
Justice Lekan Ogunmoye is now a CJ designate. Thank you.
In an interview, Justice Ogunmoye promised to make use of information technology in the court proceedings.
There is no option to it. We have to move on to technology. Now, in Ekiti State today, virtual hearing of cases is a thing of reality.
Justice Ogunmoye was born at Omo-Ekiti in 1963 and graduated from the University of Ife. He was called to bar in 1987, after which he joined the Ondo State Civil Service. Ogunmoye was appointed the Acting Chief Judge in November 2024 until his confirmation as the Chief Judge by the House of Assembly. Bukola Adebukola reporting.
We now go back to the story of the Ekiti State Government on Human Capital Development Plan. The Ekiti State Governor, Mr. Biodun Oyebanji, says he will continue to prioritize functional education, human care, health care, and skills acquisition under his Human Capital Development Plans. He made the statement in Ado-Ekiti at the launch of the State Human Capital Development Plan strategic document organized in collaboration with the National Human Capital Development Office, Abuja. BSS reporter Adedayo Adeleye has the rest of the story.
Governor Oyebanji, represented by his deputy Okinwa Munisadiafuye, said the Human Capital Development document already endorsed by the State Executive Council will provide a framework to improve education and secure a better future for citizens. He charged the development partners, corporate bodies, civil servants, individuals and civil society organizations to support the vision aimed at reducing unemployment, poverty and exclusion.
Our gathering here today marks a significant milestone in our collective journey towards sustainable development and growth. The launching of this strategic document on human capital development is more than just a ceremonial event. It represents a collective commitment to unlocking the potential that lies within every Ekiti citizen. Therefore, the strategic objective outlined in this document are ambitious yet achievable. They reflect our shared aspiration for Ekiti citizen, where every individual has access to quality education, health care, and opportunity for personal and professional growth.
The Special Advisor on Human Capital Development, Mr. Benga Agbeyo, described the program as a milestone in the governor's efforts to develop the state's human resources. Agbeyo said the document will focus on education, health, well-being, labor force participation, and inclusivity.
Human capital development strategy is designed to empower our people, drive growth, and foster a culture of excellence. The document outlined our vision, objectives, and actionable pillars to enhance the skills, knowledge, and well-being of our workforce.
Reviewing the document, former Statistician General in Ekiti State, Mr. Jide Oguntimei, urged ministries, departments, and agencies to work together without distrusts. He called for adequate funding, monitoring, and governance to ensure effective implementation.
Monday, 12th June 2023, Governor.
The federal government has concluded plan to honor 250 outstanding Nigerians for their exceptional dedication, innovation and patriotism towards the nation building as part of activities marking the 65th independence anniversary. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, who gave the information, described the initiative as historic. He noted that the move was aimed at celebrating values of resilience and patriotism among Nigerians. Ahead of the 2027 general election, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) says that it has received 12 additional applications for registration as political parties. The new applications now brings the figure of applicants to 122. The Julius Abure-led faction of the Labour Party has given Peter Obi 48 hours ultimatum to leave the party after joining the coalition. The National Publicity Secretary of the party, Obiora Ifo, explained that the Labour Party under Abure leadership remain opposed to the coalition. And the Senator Nenadi Usman-led Labour Party has urged the public to disregard the purported 48 hours ultimatum given to Obi to leave the party. The senior special assistant to Usman described the ultimatum as mischievous. You are listening to Ekiti FM 91.5.
Admission has commenced in Venantes University.
You're welcome back. For news, information, or comment, join our live streaming on Facebook page at Ekiti State Radio. You can also like and share our page. Now to the rest of the bulletin. The Senate leader, Senator Kweyemi Bamidele, says that the Red Chamber will kick off its public hearing on the review of the 1999 Constitution in Lagos today. He said that the review was aimed at creating additional 18 local governments, establishing state police, and far-reaching reforms of the electoral system, among others. In the meantime, the Senate has also scheduled to simultaneously hold similar public hearings in the geopolitical zones across the Federation, with the exception of the Northwest. The First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has donated 1 billion naira to victims of violent attacks in Plateau State. She said that her commitment to the country was driven by love and not politics. Senator Tinubu noted that the funds were raised through a renewed Hope initiative and not sourced from government coffers. The Nigerian Medical Association (NMA) has raised concerns over the federal government's agreement to send Nigerian doctors and healthcare professionals to St. Lucia's, saying that the move would worsen the country's ongoing brain drain crisis and negatively impact healthcare delivery in Nigeria. The Secretary General of the association, Dr. Ben Ego, criticized the timing of the agreement. He pointed out that Nigerian doctors continue to face systematic neglect, poor remuneration, and withheld salaries. He also highlighted a recent controversial salary circular, which he said undermined doctors' welfare and professional dignity. Former President Muhammadu Buhari has been admitted to the London hospital for treatment. His spokesperson, Malam Shehu Garba, confirmed his principal's illness but assured Nigerians that the former president is responding to treatment. The United States Embassy in Abuja and the Consulate General in Lagos will be closed today in observance of the U.S. Independence Day. The closure marks the annual commemoration of the United States independence from British rule in 1776. On the foreign scene, Afghanistan's government says that Russia has become the first country to officially recognize its rule, calling it a brave decision. The Taliban has keenly sought official international recognition and investment as the country recovers from the 4 decades of war, including the Soviet invasion from 1979 to 1989. Moving on to sport news, President Bola Tinubu has expressed great sadness at the passing of legendary Super Eagles goalkeeper Peter Rufai. According to his special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onaluga, Tinubu condoled with the Rufai family and football enthusiasts on the demise of the goalkeeper. He said that Rufai will be remembered as one of those patriotic sportsmen who wrote their names in gold. And the Nigerian football community has thrown into deep mourning following the death of former Super Eagles first-choice goalkeeper Peter Rufai. The iconic shot stopper, fondly called Dodomeyan, passed away in Lagos at the age of 61 after a brief illness. Also, the Nigerian Football Federation (NFF) has expressed shock and sorrow over the death of one of the greatest goalkeepers of the country, Peter Rufai. The Secretary of the Federation, Dr. Mohammed Sanusi, said that it was a great loss to the organization and soccer fans in general. The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, described the death of Rufai as painful. Sanwo-Olu noted that Rufai served Nigeria with passion, winning laurels and earning global respect in international competition. The Viewpoint is entitled Teachers Recruitment and Oyebanji's Passion for Education. It's written by a retired vice principal, Mr. Dalimo Aluko, and presented by Tosin Olowo.
On Monday, 12th June 2023, Governor Biodun Oyebanji began the process for the recruitment of 1,000 teachers to strengthen the education sector. Not only this, another set of 800 non-academic staff to be employed to play complementary roles to their academic counterparts. Since coming to board on October 16, 2022, Governor Oyebanji, who began his career by having a stint in the academic world as a teacher, had demonstrated his unquenchable love for education. He started exhibiting this by the pronouncement to retain and sustain the free education policy. This retention was to achieve universality in access to education by citizens from poor and rich backgrounds. Complementarily, the current government had also expanded the scope for them by initiating the construction of more model schools to accommodate the increase in school enrollment the free education policy will bring. It is a well-established fact that the functionality and efficiency of education sector depend largely on the qualities of drivers. Education can't grow in any environment where there is paucity of teachers in the system. Besides this, the competence of the teachers should be guaranteed, because no student, no matter how naturally endowed and intellectually imbued, can surpass or perform beyond the qualities of the teachers. In actions and deeds, Governor Biodun Oyebanji perfectly understood the foregoing lodges. This he accounted for why he has constantly been recruiting teachers to fill the existing vacancies at both primary and secondary schools. In 2014, Governor Oyebanji spearheaded the recruitment for over 3,000 teachers into secondary and primary schools. Little wonder there has been an increase in the performances of Ekiti schools in external examinations. Not only did the governor ensure that schools don't suffer any shortfall in the number of staff, he also put machinery in the place to ensure that qualitative and competent ones are recruited. To achieve this, the applicants were subjected to rigorous competence tests so that the state can prioritize meritocracy over mediocrity. It is least expected that Governor Oyebanji, having recruited good numbers of teachers in 2023 and 2024, could move the possibility of bringing in more pupils in 2025. But as a patriotic leader, another 1,800 academic and non-academic staff are to be recruited to fortify the sector. This further confirmed that his mantra of education for all and the need to give Ekiti quality education are being gradually and steadily achieved. What really gladdens my heart was the fact that the governor had promised not to compromise the system. He said those only who satisfied and meet the set benchmark will be recruited. This statement further propelled our hope that Ekiti state education will bounce back, because placing premium on merit over favoritism will actualize the dream of having the right teachers that can shape and mold the future of our students for better.
That was the viewpoint titled Teachers Recruitment and Oyebanji's Passion for Education, written by our retired Vice Principal, Mr. Dalimo Aluko, and presented by Tosin Olowo. To end the Daybreak News, here again are the main points. We told you that Governor Biodun Oyebanji has approved the appointments of new monarchs at Ayebode, Esun, and Emure-Ekiti. You also heard that the Senate will begin public hearing on constitutional review in Lagos today. On the foreign scene, Russia has become the first country to recognize Taliban government. Finally, on sports, President Bola Tinubu, the Nigerian Football Federation, and others have mourned the death of Peter Rufai. That's the Daybreak News as put together by the production team and edited by Abiodun Omondara. I am Olayinka Ilori. Thanks for listening. Good morning.
Ekiti FM. Pride of radio broadcasting.
You welcome back from the newsroom to the Continuity Studio of 905 Ekiti FM. Join us for the Yoruba version of it at 8 o'clock later this morning. The time is 6 minutes to 7. At 5 minutes to 7, we'll be taking Good Morning Jesus, sponsored by CAC, the Throne of